Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I thought I'll do the 10 things I learned since becoming a mum. So number one, time is of the essence. I can't stress that enough. That's why it has to be my number one. Do not waste any time. I mean, I've learned that the hard way, honestly. I'm someone who procrastinates a lot. I like to take my time. When going out, I take my time. Those of you who know me, like my close people, when we're going out, I do not like to be rushed. Definitely one tip I'd say is wake up in the morning and try and sort yourself out before your baby wakes up. I plan on going out. I know that I'm going out. I would wake up, have a shower. Noah might wake up around 7 o'clock. So by 6:37, I would have a shower first. And if I feel like continuing a nap, I'll have a little bit of a nap before he wakes up. You have to be on the ball, guys. And when you say you're going to do something, do it. Do not put it off. That is the story of my life. I've been putting things off my whole life. Number two, there is no such thing as a lie-in, okay? You have an automatic toddler alarm clock. Need I say more? Need I say more? You don't have a lie-in anymore. Don't even think about it. Every child is different. When I didn't have a child, I wasn't aware of this, and you always make comparisons. But when you do have a child, then you realize that comparisons are not there to be made, because it puts your child down, you know. And one thing I have to know is that someone said this to me once, and they said that your life is not the same as everybody else's, as well as your child is not as same as everybody else. Once you get used to that, it makes things much easier. Obviously you want to set a certain standard for your child in terms of like development and stuff. Teach them the way you want to teach them, and don't push for something. There was so many times when Noah was meant to be walking. Noah started walking after his first birthday, so he was like 13 months, and I think from the time he was 7 months, I used to get the call all the time. Is he walking yet? How is Noah? Is he walking yet? How is Noah? Is he walking yet? Approaching his first birthday. How is Noah? Is he walking yet? No, he's not walking yet. He'll walk in his own time. And I just used to get so frustrated, and I was like, why is he not walking? Is there something wrong with him? But his legs are very strong. He's a very strong guy. He was always attempting to walk before his time, but he never started actually walking. So just go with the flow, guys. Don't push your children so much. Just enjoy it. And when I say enjoy it, because when you did start walking, it was another thing. So be careful what you wish for. Number 4, motherhood is an emotional roller coaster. From the time you pee on that stick and you see those lines saying pregnant, or whatever the word saying pregnant, it's an emotional roller coaster. I remember the first day I brought him home, and I just woke up the next morning and I just looked at him and I couldn't stop crying. And I couldn't believe it. I'm not a crying type, and every time I stopped and tried to wipe my tears, pull myself together, like, I've got this baby here, it's a beautiful baby. Up to today, I don't know why I was crying, but tears were just streaming out of my face. I don't know why. Number 5, you have to be thick-skinned. The amount of critic, that's the word, or critic that you will get from existing parents, not even people who are not even parents, you know, they'll still judge you. The amount of judgment, critique that you will get, you have to be a thick-skinned person, especially as an African, right? As an example, I have 2 aunties. My mom's not around anymore, so the advice I usually get is from like family members, aunties, you know, people who have been through it, you know. So I like to ask them questions, and I'll get told one thing from one person, and I'll start doing that. While you're with the other person, they'll ask you, what are you doing? And you'll think, oh, is this not right? And they're like, no, it's not right. You're not doing it right. Somebody else told me this. Another person's telling me this. It's like everyone has their own opinion, right? So as a mother, you have to know what is right for your child. You have to be thick-skinned, be the decisive person to say, okay, that's a good piece of advice, I'll take that. That one, not so much, doesn't work for my child. I'll give it a try. If it doesn't work for my child. Oh no, I know that won't work for my child. You know, you have to really be a person like that. definitely go with what works for you, you know. Don't always follow the guideline. Be thick-skinned, read what you have to read, and be your own judge. Be your own judge. Judge for yourself. The next one is, people will look at you. So sometimes when Noah's playing up, you know, when we're out or something like that, the looks that you get, they'll look at you in certain ways and feel like you can't look after your children properly. Number 7, this is very, very, very interesting one. It doesn't get easier, it gets harder. And the reason why I say that is when I first had a baby, I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much to learn, so much to do, so much to do. And then there were people telling me, oh, trust me, it gets so much easier. These times, you know, they're just young, so you're just learning, you're a first time mum. So I was like, okay. So I had in my mind that, you know, as he gets older, as he becomes more independent, I'm not always carrying him, it will get easier. And the moment he started rolling, that means you can't leave them unattended on the bed or something, like anywhere, because they might fall off. That makes it much harder to do things. Crawling, you have to put everything away now because they can grab things. Walking, you have to put everything away. You have to put gates up. You have to feeding, you have to make sure they don't choke, you know. Running around, going out, you have to make sure they don't fall over. The worst one is tantrums. Number 8, social life. Your social life becomes non-existent. Becomes non-existent, you know, in the sense that, well, for me, myself, my experience is that I don't have other friends who have children. My life consists of self-play, you know, and that doesn't always fit into somebody else's lifestyle, I guess. To be honest, I've always been a person that lacks, should I say. I'm not very good at keeping in touch with my friends, which they all know, but it's become obviously much harder to keep in contact with friends and do things with them since I've had a child, because there's no such thing as spontaneity. You can't call me up and say fancy doing something on the day. That doesn't happen. I like to prepare, you know, mentally, physically. Number 9, not everything you buy is useful. If you're a mum-to-be or a new mum, you tend to buy things that seem exciting or seem like a necessity. I've bought so many things that I haven't used. People have bought me things that I didn't get around to using. Not everything you buy or whatever, not everything that is for babies is useful, or not everything out there is useful. Some things work for some things don't work for others, you know. And number 10, let boys be boys. So being a mom of a boy, he's now a toddler, he's very adventurous. Before I used to try and wrap him in cotton wool, even when he was first born, not even first born, I think even from the age of, even up to 6 months of age, when I went out, I always had the rain on the pushchair. I always had the rain cover over him, even when it wasn't raining, because I just felt that I didn't want him to breathe bad air, you know. And I was told, like, he has to learn germs or whatever. He has to learn the good and the bad stuff to go into him to build up his immune system. When he's running around, I would be like trying to catch him. I didn't want him to do certain things. But I was advised to let boys, especially boys, be boys. Let them run around, let them be free. That's their nature, that's how they're intended to be. The more you keep them in a box, the more they rebel, or the more they have tantrums, you know. So you have to let them learn, explore, and later on they should reel it in a little bit. So that's what I'm hoping, because this boy is exhausting. But yeah, guys, that is my 10 things I've learned since becoming a mum. So thanks for watching this. If you like this and you want more videos like this, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.